Do you have big Christmas plans? A trip or a big party to go to? Or maybe you're the one throwing the big party. Why do we celebrate Christmas? I'm sorry, holidays to be PC. It's to commemorate what Christmas means for so many, the birth of the Savior of the world. Matthew 1:22 says, "All this took place to fulfill what the Lord had said through the prophet. The virgin will conceive and give birth to a son, and they will call him Emmanuel, which means God with us." God is on earth with us. How comforting, how motivational. And we've all seen the nativity scenes, even if they're not legal on your courthouse steps. Little baby Jesus is so cute in his onesie and fresh diapers. Mary has a fitted, clean robe and just looks so beautiful. Joseph is clean cut, beard trimmed, and looked like he just walked out of a high-end LA barbershop. You know, the one where all the famous people go. It's a familiar and precious scene, and probably not the best picture of what it was really like. How draining is it when you go on a long trip? Takes about an hour to get to the airport, but you got to get there an hour early and find a parking place and get through security, take off your belt and shoes while dragging around your carry-on luggage after you pull out your laptop and then repack it. Now for some coffee. How long can a line get for a $5 cup of coffee? It's like everyone waits to get to the airport and then goes to the Starbucks closest to your gate. You're finally seated only to listen to the repeating and senseless overhead announcements and various noises of limousine golf carts and airlines wanting to give you 2 free tickets if you'll just open up a credit card with them. Oh, and now your flight's delayed. They finally call you to board, but you're the last group boarding in yet another line, which means all the overhead compartments are full, so you have to check in your carry-on. And then you squeeze into a seat that's comfortably equipped for an average 8-year-old, where there's no place to put your elbows, and it's about 3 inches shy of actually containing your knees, which are firmly embedded in the back seat of the person in front of you. The next few hours are spent dealing with air turbulence, motion sickness, and the person next to you who wants to talk about politics and her 3-year-old's bowel movements. You descend to your destination, only to have your ears plug up and give you a massive headache. Everyone begins to exit the plane in an orderly fashion, 1 row at a time, except that one guy who leaves before his row is supposed to go. Listen, this is mandated by TSA, and we've all agreed. We exit 1 row at a time. It's the law. And then you find yourself stressed out that you're actually stressed out that the guy exited before his turn. You take a breath and get off the plane, wait for your luggage, which always seems to be the last bag on the carousel, and then you go rent a car, which is a whole nother stress event, deciding whether to upgrade or not, and then finding out where they parked the secret car. Not to mention documenting each scratch and dent because you don't want to be charged for someone else's lack of driving prowess. Then you let Siri give you some misguided directions to your destination, and you finally do whatever it is that you're supposed to do. It's exhausting. Now take away the car and the security and the planes and the lines at Starbucks and imagine Mary's travel plans. She's probably in her teens, mid-teens, and in the latter term of her pregnancy as she heads to Bethlehem, where she and Joe travel about 90 miles from Nazareth. We don't know if she went by donkey or camel or what, but it wasn't a coach seat on Delta and it wasn't a Cadillac Escalade car service. We do know that. Talk about motion sickness. I don't know what it's like to be pregnant, but I did get a little motion sick riding an elephant in Thailand once. True story. She had no legroom because she was riding an animal. Or worse, she walked the unpaved trail, all with child. And she had no place to put her carry-on because everything she had was a carry-on. Can you imagine walking 90 miles today? Your $100 sneakers with arch support inserts would still have your feet feeling flatter than a Patriots football. My guess is their luggage is filthy and their bodies are looking pretty ripe, and now the Motel 6 is full, so they find some sort of shanty and make the best of it, because Jesus is on his way. Let's not get too caught up in the perfect Christmas that's pictured, often incorrectly, with the nativity scene of well-groomed parents and a blissful birth. It's not reality. Whether you feel good or not, Christmas is about Jesus, not you. It's about redemption, not consumption. It's about sharing his presence, not tearing open presents. Make this Christmas great by reducing the feelings and upping the sharings. Do you know someone who needs Jesus? Do you need Jesus? Let us know that by clicking on the appropriate button. And if you like this, then like it. And please share it. Until next time, Merry Christmas.